Tinsdale. Chill out. You are being too much. Chill. Please chill. Please chill. Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jess. So today we are continuing on with our Good Witch movie marathon, I guess you could say, as such. So if you haven't already seen, I did react to the first ever Good Witch, so that'll be linked up the top there for you, so go check that out. Today we are continuing it on with watching The Good Witch's Garden. So that came out in 2009 and it's the second movie out of 8. So there's 8 movies in total. This is the second one. We'll move on to the next one after. These are all in order. So that's what we're watching today. Links down in the description of where you can watch it and most of the stuff that I use. But yes, so we are just going to get into it and I'm just going to be quiet. So let me just do that now, guys. Cassie Nightingale has settled into Middleton and is busy making Grey House into a bed and breakfast. Her boyfriend, Chief of Police Jake Russell, and his kids, Brandon and Laurie, are happy to have Cassie in their neighbourhood, but before long, a stranger named Nick appears with papers entitling him to legal ownership of Grey House. Ooh, can't wait to see where that one goes. The interesting journey. She's only just got over the fact that Martha is a bitch and doesn't really like her. So hopefully, going forward, improvements, but we will see. Oh, I like that flower. I think that's the same flower that comes around later on in the series, I believe. I don't know, we'll see, guys. Let's just shut me up talking. Ooh, it's so pretty. Magical butterflies. So good.
Look at it. Just look at it. Looks like a lovely home to me.
Wow, it's so much more better now compared to how it was. Wow.
Come on.
Martha, what are you up to?
Come. Oh, what's that? I don't know. Did you see someone? No. Here, take a look. A delicate rose of Warsaw. But at this time of year, after the first frost, it's bizarre.
Bizarre to grow roses at the first frost, or maybe she just
Summer
likes
never ended around here.
roses and has good fertilizer.
Don't! If you don't know what it is, you don't know what it will do. Martha, it's a flower. Yes, one of her flowers. And if there is one thing that I know about Miss Cassie Nightingale, it's one never knows. Oh, stop fretting. This is the perfect setting for
Yeah,
the
literally.
bicentennial celebration.
Stop.
But it's such an important event. Why celebrate the town's traditions with the most untraditional woman in town? Because her house is 200 years old. It's a landmark. And the woman obviously has a green thumb. Probably green all over, like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Really? She got a vine, she walked into a vine and it ended up going round her leg. Cassie's like, really?
Did you hear that? It sounded like a banshee.
Get real. There's no such thing.
Really, Cassie?
Well, maybe it was Mother Nature yawning in preparation for a long winter's nap.
I could use a nap myself.
You better take a break, Grandpa.
nature would stop blowing back
Well,
all the
it's
leaves we
saying
just
no.
raked up.
Well, she blew quite a few up against the back fence. Why not pile all your leaves there and build a mountain to jump into?
Well,
Oh yes,
just about ready
guys,
to
just
throw
want
in
to
the
state, if you
towels.
haven't already, grab yourself a drink. This movie's going to be long,
You want
so
a bite?
grab yourself a drink. I am drinking the Innocence
Organic.
pure fruit
I'm not
juice
much for rabbits,
Oh,
today,
rabbits
so
wouldn't touch my garden.
you guys make sure you
Why
have
not?
your drinks. Tea,
Well, we
coffee,
have an
drinks.
understanding.
Oh, you do?
Everyone's welcome to visit my garden, but I made the rabbits promise, no munching.
You've made a wonderful home here, Cassie.
Thank you. That's why I'm digging extra deep today, so the roots will really take hold. Found my one true home here, George. I can finally say, this is where I belong.
Ugh, Martha. Martha!
Miss Tinsdale? Good afternoon, Miss Tinsdale.
Well, that's debatable.
Can I help you?
No. This is a matter that needs to be investigated by your chief of police. It concerns Miss Cassie Nightingale.
Well, go ahead, Martha.
I was standing outside Grey House, minding my own business when the monster seized my ankle.
Cassie grabbed your ankle?
What? No, it was her creeper.
Her what?
A vine on the ground that creeps.
It's a very unusual plant.
She has a garden full of freakish plants, some of which I suspect may be illegal.
Well, it sounds to me like you tripped on a root.
We can't have her hosting the opening night gala of our bicentennial of the
I'm
grounds.
over Martha right now. I like Martha, but in this one, she's just...
If you insist, Martha.
I do.
She really bugs me in this one. She's doing too much. Like, Martha, lady, chill. Martha Tinsdale, chill out. You are being too much. Chill, please chill.
Citizens of
chill.
Middleton are entitled to a full report. Out of my way.
Jesus Christ, doesn't deserve.
Capers, scrapers. Cassandra Nightingale,
Guilty, officer.
I'm conducting an investigation. Looking good.
Well, thank you. Your kids and George and I have been gardening all afternoon.
I wasn't talking about the garden, but that looks good too.
Oh.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, kids.
Something wrong, Brandon?
Oh.
Yeah, I just skinned my elbow, that's all.
Let me see that. Huh. I have just the thing. Essence of aloe. There, good to go.
Thanks. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
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 See you tomorrow, Cassie.
I wonder if they're a little bit...
You want a cup of tea, Jack?
Cassie, Martha Tinsdale claims that she was attacked by one of your plants.
Oh, really? One of the creepers?
I know the plant didn't just go after her.
Oh, well, then you know my plants better than I do.
Well, what, you're saying that one of your plants actually grabbed Mrs. Tinsdale?
Grab, no, never. But it might have given her a little hug.
A hug? Well, she's not sharing the love. She's threatening to move your bicentennial garden party to another location.
Oh, why?
She claims your house is unsafe.
But it's just the opposite. Grey House it's a true haven. I'm even thinking of taking an overnight guest to help with the bills. But I mean, if Martha...
You really shouldn't pay my kids to help.
Oh, $5 is a bargain. And I love being...
They love being with you.
Yeah, they do a great job, and I need lots of help. Every last leaf has got to shine.
We should get rid of this.
Oh, no, 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 no. The 𝗏𝗏𝒂𝒂𝒂 is going to be beautiful. Just in time for the bicentennial.
You know, Cassie, you really have done a great job with this place.
Oh, so
I
cute.
better go have a word with that creeper.
Your teacher's really piling on, huh?
I have to do a history report with Jess about Middleton.
This town? A lot of books about a place where nothing happens. Here.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. But look, if I run into Steve or Duke, you gotta get lost. Fast.
How come?
'Cause they're my friends, and they don't hang out with little girls. Okay?
Oh. Interesting.
Well, I'll be back and pick you up around 6.
Okay, I'll try to wash the topsoil off by then. What are you smiling about?
People who live in glass houses shouldn't hold hands.
Nosy.
Look, it warmed the cockles of my heart just to see it.
Plants usually keep those windows fogged up.
It wasn't the plants fogging windows. Well, I should go. Kids are probably gonna need dinner.
Oh, well, they already have their dinner. I just sent it off with Jake. Homemade chili, heat and serve.
Well, thank you very much. But, I guess I should go anyway. They might need some help with their homework.
George, you do an amazing job with those two. You help Jake. Give him so much time and love. What about a little time and love for you?
Those kids give me all the love I need. Aphids?
I don't know. Are you gonna stop by the nursery?
I could.
Would you have someone there take a look?
Yeah, sure thing.
And if they have some natural remedy, would you pick it up? Oh, thought I had more money than that.
You just bought 4 bags of grass seed and paid 2 kids. Takes a lot of green to keep a garden green.
Yes, it does. And add that to the upkeep on Gray House, the fuel bills. That's why I've decided to open it up to a few guests.
Well, you certainly have enough room.
A bed and breakfast. Oh, if you could get to the nursery before it closes. My B&B.
That's nice.
Beautiful and...
It's nice. She really likes it. She's really settled there. It's just... Indeed.
There you are, Isis.
Oh, I don't like this character already. He makes me want to hate him.
Looking for a place to stay?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
Well, I haven't established any rates yet, but I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
I'll get the better of the bargain staying in a place as beautiful as this. I'm Nick Jason.
Welcome, Nick. And I'm Cassie Nightingale. And this is my friend and advisor, Isis. And that is Gray House.
Gray House. Doesn't look gray to me. It's a lot cheerier than that.
I put a lot of work into it. Would you like to see your room?
Yes. Yes, I would. I'm sure it's as beautiful on the inside as it is on the outside.
He has bad intentions. I don't use this music for nothing. Of course, Cassie keeps it. I'm just curious to see, you know, how he dares try and take Cassie Nightingale's pride and joy. Grey
Next
House.
order of business. Flowers for the bicentennial reviewing stand. Cicely,
I thought mums. Mums are seasonal.
and affordable.
And colorful, too.
True. But since this is such a special occasion, I was thinking of something a little more exotic.
Excuse me?
Oh, sir, we ask that all spouses wait outside.
I'm not married.
Sir, the nursery closed at 4, and,
brewing.
you're disrupting a private meeting of the garden club.
If I could just...
No. What were we talking about?
Mums. Mum's the word?
How can we help you?
This plant seems to have a rare infestation.
What sort of plant do you have there?
𝗪𝗏𝗏 revolution. Looks like a cross between a Sarhastrum nutans and a 𝗺𝗶𝗏𝗵𝗁. Did you cultivate this yourself, Mr.?
Oh, Henran. I helped. A little.
Don't be modest. I've never seen anything quite like this. You must be an extraordinary gardener.
I'm Irish. They don't call it the Emerald Isle for nothing.
I've never seen anything like this. Look at the way it curls. It's quite something.
The town turns 200 years old, right?
I guess.
Maybe we should divide the work down the middle. You could do the first 100 years, and I could do the last. Deal?
Sure.
Did you read the chapter on the Civil War? Maybe that's the major event we can write about.
I forgot to feed my fish.
Whoa. Hi.
Hey,
Ooh, a lot of homework?
tons. Our teacher assigned us with partners, and I got stuck with Jess.
Not much help?
No, she works for like 5 minutes, and then she runs away and leaves me with everything.
Well, it's too bad she had to leave because she's going to miss having that homemade chili that Cassie made for you.
Brandon! Brandon! You can hear the bass in the kitchen. Thanks. You didn't have to turn it off. You just had to turn it down.
No big deal.
Your buddy Tim called.
Whatever. I got some new friends now.
Oh, you do?
Oh.
Who?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, I'm your dad, so I like to know these things.
Whoa!
Why?
Brandon, hostility.
Well, because. I mean, you don't want to talk to me about your new friends?
Am I under surveillance or something?
Whoa.
Come on.
He's going through that growing up
And if
stage
they're a new
now,
group of
so,
friends.
you know,
So I
hormones.
asked him about it. Is that out of line?
Teenagers hate the third degree.
Did he climb up with you?
No, but I don't ask questions.
What do you do?
Just listen.
What time is it? Oh, George, I gotta go.
Don't you like Cassie's cooking?
No, I'm eating out tonight with Cassie.
Oh? Why are you stalking around? And if you don't know what stalking is, search it. Like, stop stalking around. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you tell him her familiar. You tell him.
Oceans and libations of ancient Morocco.
I like to give my guests some variety. And some tea.
Thank you. Perfection. And I must say, Cassie, I'm feeling very much at home here.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've designed it that way.
You're well-traveled, like me. I can see that reflected in the decor. You're drawn to the exotic, the adventurous, the unusual.
My proudest possession. Portrait of the Grey Lady, Elizabeth Merriwick, the original owner of Grey House. Long ago, she married a naval officer.
And they spent 2 passionate months together. Until he was called to duty, never to return. Elizabeth kept a candle in the window for 28 years, until one night, the candle went out, and they found Elizabeth dead of a broken heart.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Cassie?
Hey, sweetheart.
The door was open. Am I early?
No, you're just right. Hi.
Okay.
Sorry, this is
Nick Jason.
Jake Russell.
Jake is our chief of police.
Ah, hail to the chief.
And Nick was just telling me about the Grey Lady. How could you possibly know so much about my ancestor?
Because I'm a blood descendant of Captain Charles Charlie Hamblin.
She's like, come again?
So there really was a sea captain by the name of Charles Hamblin.
Yes, I'm living proof. Well, Miss Nightingale. Nice to have met you, Chief.
Nice to meet you. He just went upstairs.
Yeah, that's where his bedroom is. He's a guest, my first.
You think that's a good idea?
Well, I have to pay for the home improvement somehow.
But who is he?
He's Nick Jason.
What else do you know about him?
Well, I know that he's paid in advance, and he's a complete gentleman, and a distant relative. I find that very interesting.
Well, let me check him out.
Jake, he just checked in.
Yeah, I think Jake can sense something that Cassie can't see. Like shaders, you know, he can sense something, that energy. People can sense that energy and aura.
Cassie?
Good morning, Lori.
Good morning. What are you making?
Oh, oatmeal from my guest. Do you want some? Lori, aren't you supposed to be in school?
I'm on my way. That's why I'm here. I'm having some trouble with my schoolwork.
Oh, yeah? What subject? Chemistry?
History.
I need some more cinnamon.
I'm working with one of my classmates on a report. She's driving me crazy.
Uh-oh.
Whenever it's time to do work, she runs off to feed her fish.
She cares about them.
She doesn't care about our report. I was wondering, do you have some kind of magic?
Do you mean a spell to make them do their homework? It's not easy getting kids to do their homework. I know. Follow me. Very curious.
Again, Cassie isn't... The thing is, she's not a witch as such, but she has the abilities of them. So she knows the right techniques to do like reverse psychology and make it fun and interesting for kids. If you make them believe it, then they'll do it.
We're supposed to do our report on a big event that happened in our town's history.
Well, big trees from little acorns grow.
See, she's planting a seed in her head.
And I go stuff all the paper towels down all the girls' toilets until the whole place floods. That's classic.
Pardon me. You should have been there.
Oh yeah. There's water in it down the pool. All down.
Yeah, then Miss Butcher came running in, and she slipped and fell right in it.
Good afternoon, Cicely.
Whatever happened to common courtesy?
That's funny. So, what's your idea?
Oh, I remember something my dad told me that was pretty funny.
Your dad?
Well, yeah. See, he changed the tape in the church tower, so instead of bells, play Led Zeppelin.
No, dude, that's lame. Like, if you want in, you're gonna have to do something huge.
Like what?
Don't worry about it. We'll let you know.
Yeah, later.
Good afternoon.
Martha!
Miss Nightingale?
Chief Russell told me you had an encounter with one of my creepers.
Do you doubt it?
Oh, not at all. I just wondered if you had any chafing or allergic reaction.
I'm perfectly fine. The matter is closed.
Because I have some special ointment in my shop.
I'm not in the mood for your black magic this morning.
You seem very troubled by something today.
I understand that you have a paying guest staying at Grey House.
Well, only one so far, but I have room for a couple more.
You're also hosting our bicentennial party. Do you want our distinguished guest to think of Grey House as some sort of a flop house for vagrants?
Bed and breakfast, Martha.
Do you think it's a good idea?
And the extra income will help pay some bills. You know how it is with these fixer-uppers.
But I mean, throwing open your doors to strangers off the street.
Well, they won't be strangers for long.
Frankly, I don't believe that you're the best judge of people.
I don't judge people, Martha. Especially when I first meet them. People have a way of showing you who they really are if you just give them time.
Whatever that means.
You're welcome to stop by and meet them anytime.
Well, that'll be a cold day in July.
Oh, I couldn't agree
Cute.
more.
Real cute.
I'm working on it. It's a perfect opportunity to take advantage of the situation. Okay, gotta go.
Taking care of business?
Never ends.
For you and me both. So, did you do any sightseeing today?
No, to tell you the truth, I'm perfectly happy just to stay here.
Yeah, Grey House does have a magnetic quality, doesn't it?
Yes. Keeps whispering to me, stay, stay.
Sure that wasn't the hiss of my boiler pipes? I need to replace those as soon as I can afford it.
Well, old houses are an expensive proposition.
Yes, they are.
A house you once thought
I don't think he's really the host. I just think that he knows someone.
Well, my love for Grey House is unconditional.
Maybe he's like his dad is, and he's pretending he's
How's the
his
old
dad.
poem go? Thanks. Even the weariest river winds its way, safe to sea. This home is the end of a very long journey for me.
Yes, you've been through so much in your life.
What do you mean, my life?
Well, only that a real home is that much more important to the orphan who spent so many years wandering.
Who told you that?
I had a great aunt in Baltimore. She mapped the entire family tree. You were one of the most interesting branches.
Well, I would love to see that sometime.
Scary.
Say, that guy Cassie took in, he was something else.
What happened?
Well, he offered to buy me a donut.
Really? Why am I not surprised?
But I told him that cops and donuts was a crude stereotype. So he apologized and he offered to buy me a whole bag of donuts.
Oh, good.
Nice guy. Good looking, too.
Yeah, I haven't noticed.
It's like a movie star or something.
Yeah, just like he's playing a part.
You gotta lighten up, Jake. He seems like an okay guy to me.
Seems. I'm not buying it. I've been climbing his family tree. There's a lot of limbs missing. I can't find anything about this great ancestor of his, Captain Hamlin.
And what does Cassie think?
Same as she always thinks. She operates on intuition. I'm gonna get the facts.
Interesting. Two-headed coin, more like. So you got one that goes of intuition and one that goes of facts. And when you put them together, boom, you get Cassie and Jake.
Hello, Nick. Superstitious?
No, not at all.
That old myth always bothered Isis. Would you hand me my broom?
Make even the simplest tasks seem like poetry. You ever stop working?
Big house is a big responsibility.
That it is. It's a shame no one took you up on your ad. These are tough times right now. Still, I'm enjoying our private time together.
Good. You can help me sweep.
This might have to be a three-parter, we'll see, because this episode is over an hour long, and normally my last episode was like 40 minutes long, so we'll see how it
magic
goes.
powers or something?
You think?
Maybe. It belongs to Cassie Nightingale.
Is that writing? Can you read it?
Sure. Saved my life. 1816.
Now, I think it's the smallest bulbs that bloom the earliest. No, but don't quote me on it. Yeah. Gwen! Come here. Yeah, no, I usually plant them about a foot deep. No, 6 inches. No, wait, a foot. Yeah, you're welcome. For what it's worth. Goodbye, Cicely.
Ugh. He is the hot shot now. Everyone wants him. Ooh.
Well, I don't have a question for you, but I do have an answer. Remember the pests on that plant you brought in?
I'll let the answering machine get it.
Hi, George. I'm putting in the wooden stakes for next season's tomatoes, and I wonder, would you have an extra hammer in your tool chest? Maybe I could swing on over and borrow it. Is that our treasurer, Mrs. Carlyle?
Oh, I don't know. I only have eyes for one girl. And that's my special angel, Laurie, here. Mrs. Harrison, I'd like you to meet my favorite girl in the world, my granddaughter, Laurie.
And this is my friend Jess.
That's a very fine-looking dibble.
Dribble?
Dibble.
What's that?
It's a gardening tool. That one looks handmade. A long, long time ago.
We still use them to dig a little hole to plant a seed.
Lori, you think this thing is real history?
Yeah. And look at that, Grandpa.
Saved my life, 1816. That's interesting.
You know, I believe the Historical Society has some books on colonial gardening.
Thanks, Mrs. Harrison. Let's go.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah. I feel like the romance is there, and right now he is like the talk of the town, like, ooh, I do this and that, but...
Australian aphid.
Beg your pardon?
You wanted to know the name of that pest. It's definitely Australian aphid.
Thank you.
But you'll have to act quickly. Do you have a pen, Mr. O'Hanrahan?
Call me George.
George, I have the loveliest garden basil, and I'm making a pesto that's much too much for just one. Call me.
You seem to be very busy. I'll let you go.
Gwen.
No. They like each other, but what are we gonna do? I think we'll wait till we get to the 40-minute mark, and then we might cut ties and then come back for a part 2.
I don't know, 6:10?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, give me 5 minutes, okay?
Oh, it's okay. Not in a rush. I'm not much for sequels anyway.
Sorry about that. I just lost track of time with the house and the shop and the garden.
And the guest?
You don't like him, do you?
Well, I haven't known him long enough to form an opinion. I do know he's moved around a lot in the past 5 years.
Yeah, Jake, so did I. Telefound Gray House. Maybe runs in the family.
I haven't found any details about his connection to the captain.
Talk to Nick.
Talk to him? Why would I believe him?
You saying he's a liar?
No, I'm just saying keep your distance, that's all.
Russell, you're jealous.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Who, Slick?
Just because he's handsome and charming.
Now it comes out.
No, what's just come out is that you don't trust me.
No, it's your guest I don't trust.
Oh, have a little faith in people.
Cassie, after 18 years of being a cop, I've learned a few things. Bad things can happen to good people.
Well, just think about the good things you'd miss out on if you always had that attitude.
Cassie, you have this wonderful way of bringing out the best in people. I just don't want anyone to take advantage of that.
I'm not worried.
Well, maybe you should be. And you can't afford to be too trusting.
I can't afford not to.
I know you got bills. I know.
Jake, a life where you can't trust people is a pretty poor life.
Just promise me that...
I know what I'm doing. Sure thing.
Hello, Mrs. Tinsdale.
I'm sorry, have we met?
No, but I'm about to remedy that. My name is Nick Chasen.
Now, where have I heard that name?
I'm staying at Gray House.
Oh, yes, well, I'm just picking up some pastries and tea. To go.
Tea in a cardboard cup? No. I won't allow that.
Oh, but
Why don't you share my Earl Grey?
Oh, but
It's perfectly steeped. In a china cup? May I?
Well, if you insist.
You know, this is the first really good cup of tea I've had since I've come to Middleton.
Oh?
No offense to Miss Nightingale. Oh, no, we won't be needing that. Martha doesn't take sugar in her tea.
Now, how on earth do you know that?
Any woman savvy enough to wear this scarf with this jacket knows you don't dilute a good blend with cane sugar.
Oh. You impress me as someone with impeccable taste.
Well, it takes one to know one.
He did his research on the town before he came here and the people who live there. It's a little bit annoying. Pinky's out.
Should hire your friends to help us out. I haven't seen them around for a while. Me neither. Well, good friends are hard to come by. I know. When I was a teen, I moved around a lot. The minute I made new friends, I was off to the next foster home. Making new friends was just as hard as losing the old ones.
I guess so.
I guess every teen goes through changes. Mine just seemed enormous. I had so many questions and no one I felt I could really talk to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a pretty rough time as a teen. This helped me through those times. Maybe it'll help you.
A mirror?
When all the questions were spinning around in my head, I just took a good long look at myself, and the answer would come.
This is...
Essentially what she's saying is, if you look at yourself,
talk
and
to her?
you need to see the
You just
person
take a
that...
good long look at yourself.
It's to help you figure out, is this the person that I really want to be? Self-reflection, essentially.
Don't sit down. You might have 7 years bad luck.
Oh, thanks, Cassie.
Hopefully, Miss Nightingale will keep her keynote speech short. When she's finished, Miss Cicely Price will sing her original composition entitled
You're a grand old grey house in honor of its 200th year.
And then let's keep the music going with, oh, a parade.
A big parade down the hill to town square.
With floats made from flowers.
A dozen floats, each one depicting a key event in the town's 200-year history.
It sounds expensive.
Mayor Tinsdale, it's our 200th birthday party.
And we need to close the event with some kind of a big bang.
Fireworks.
Sir, we can't afford it. We can't afford any of this.
Well, I think you'll find fireworks can be very reasonable if you have connections.
Excuse me, you're not on this committee.
No, sir, I'm not. But I would love to serve on...
Okay, we will pause that there and we will pick that back up in a moment, guys. I'm gonna leave this episode here and I will see you guys in part 2. Peace.